Looks like I did. Okay. Hello, everyone. We are here for the next round of the Good Omens Invitational, and they are not wasting any time in getting started. I'm joined by Panos again,
Hello.
and we have us HMT Unicorn versus Shiro Nishiyama Crab. This is still the first round, so deck lists are hidden. So I expect to see a lot of fun jank. We've seen a bunch of fun jank, so that's always
Yeah.
promising. Unicorn on support of the lion. Holy shit. All right.
And Shiro Nishiyama, Keeper of Water. That's really
I mean, that's a classic right there, right?
Shiro Nishiyama? That's very rare.
I mean, it's very classic. A classic being old.
Wait, Mantis Tenkinja?
Oh,
Oh,
this is super
he's the
classic.
Mantis. He's the Mantis player.
Yeah, yeah. So we don't have any information besides. Let me pull up the description we got. Um, Scroll past all the cyberpunk chat. Let's see. Azote is Carlos. He won a bunch of old Cotes and old 5R with Unicorn. And Rappa is the Mantis player. So we have some old timers playing, and it looks like they're staying true to what they know. Oh, hang on. My camera is super in the way. What happened? Didn't used to be. Oh well, we'll just have to live with it. So we see Kambalak, Moda Youth, and a Gunso, and the Gunso pulled out the Moda Youth. And then a Pious Guardian, Gallant Quartermaster, and Silent Skirmisher at a Crab. I really don't. So I'm assuming support of the Lion means for greater glory, right?
Probably, yeah.
Which
But
is kind of nice with the Kambalak benefactor. Well,
it
except
also
Nanabushi.
probably means exposed ambush. Would be
Prepared
my guess.
ambush, right?
Prepared ambush, yeah, sorry.
Mm.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, I mixed up exposed courtyard and prepared ambush, okay. So yeah, which is also a pretty nice combo with the Kanbulak.
Yep.
Uh,
And there, so Unicorn might actually be able to generate a bunch of money here off of Windswept Yurt and the Compalock making everything cheap, which is kind of
Well,
interesting.
in theory, he can Kanbulak into Kanbulak, right? Like play a ambush and then second
Oh,
Kanbulak for
yeah,
free,
because there is
then
another
do
Compalock in there,
Yasumura. Yeah,
and then
that sounds
see
pretty scary now that I said it out
uh,
loud.
for greater glory coming in afterwards as well to make sure most stuff sticks around. That could be interesting. I wish I knew what to expect. We do see Yoritomo show up after a season award, so Rappa's definitely shown his Mantis roots there. I wonder if Yoritomo is actually worth playing out of Crab now that Gallant Quartermaster exists. Probably not, but we'll see.
Probably not, yeah.
One can always hope, but that tends not to matter.
Windspath also works great with Kanbulak.
Uh huh. And because they can play any character in that province into a conflict. Let me see if I can just duck my camera down a little bit. There we go, so we can see the cards. Um, but even that feels kind of weird, right? Like,
The,
I guess so. Since Windspath is there, logistics also makes sense to see in the deck to
may,
move people over to it.
not many battlefields though.
Oh,
Uh,
that's only to draw a card though.
well, that's the best part.
I mean, typically yes, that is absolutely the best part, but if you are. Oh, wow, we did not see. They just both passed. That feels weird.
That feels pretty weird.
I would have
But
expected at least a gallant quartermaster,
maybe
I
the
guess.
unicorn is saving on fate for a big for greater glory attacking play.
Well, the combo lock will make it free, so
Yeah,
there's no need to save fate, and I guess it'll make sense for the. He can buy Tetsuko for free with the combo lock, and still for greater glory for free.
yeah.
Um, we do see a defense happen though. I guess there's no. I guess no for greater glory requires a break. So Rappa probably has a good incentive not to let that happen. And what Keeper of Water means fight on?
Keeper of Water does mean Phaeton, but maybe he also does it for the Mantis. Like
Yeah.
both
Um,
Yoritomo and Kidza is yeah.
there's a Watch Commander, so Unicorn's going to start bleeding honor. I also wonder if maybe the Pious Guardian's also there for the Renowned Singer. Maybe both of these are Lion Splash.
Very likely actually.
So Watch Commander comes down. Cinnamon Wayfinders comes in for free. That's kind of nice with the combo lock because there were 3 participating characters and then the combo lock discount. So that's a nice little economy kicker right there.
Yeah, he's also amazing fodder for the for Greater Glory.
Mm-hmm. Because he'll stick around. Uh,
Yeah.
Rappa definitely feels it for greater glory coming, so we're going to see a bunch of cards played to stop that from happening. Although, I imagine we're going to see that Tetsuko come in, so now cards are going to get harder to be played. But that means the Yurt's not likely to get played, for Fate at least.
Yeah, Tetsuko is down, so probably Rappa won't try to fight it more.
No, probably not. Because if he even if he does have a fight on, that can't be played now. Nishiyama. So Azote has to come up with 2 more force, right? One for Nishiyama and one for the storehouse. And there's 2.
Oh, yeah, even more bodies.
More Bushi. I guess it's a good thing the benefactor is in fact not a Bushi. So it's,
If it
it's not going to
was,
stick around.
then
That would be super busted. Or not busted, but that would be much
it
stronger
would
than
be
it already
busted.
is. Yeah. Pardon me. So let's see. Bonsai here could come down and make a difference. Although I have to imagine, I wonder what stands Azote has.
Maybe he's considering playing something like a Banzai to stop the for Greater Glory, but
Assassination works. That
yeah,
does hurt the honor a bunch though. Um, and Azote is still only down one off breaking, and there's a makeshift war camp. So that combo lock has generated We saw one fade off the
50,000
Shinneman.
fate. Yeah.
We saw one off the Shinneman, one off Tetsuko, one off the Ambusher, one off the
One of
makeshift war,
Forgotten Glory.
and the so that's five fate that that benefactor has basically
And
generated.
yeah, it's plus. It's just a body that gave a fate.
Yep. So Gunso for HMT, Spoils of War for more gas. I
Now
have
that
to.
I actually think about it, does that make him a glorified gallant quartermaster?
Much better. Oh, hang on. Okay, there it is. There's a greater glory.
Yeah,
It's a
he
reaction to
played.
breaking, so okay.
Yeah, he also played Spoils of War, so that's a lot of honor.
Yeah, that spoils might have been a little greedy, especially
Yeah, it must have been.
since
He does have 6 honor with a yurt though.
well he's got five because combo
So
lock's dishonored.
yeah, true.
So
It, it's a scary place to be.
if he's got a straighten, he absolutely has to go air, and I don't know that he can afford to pop the yurt for money. That's what he does, and
He got
lands.
another yurt.
Yoo-hoo!
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Heart of the cards. I think that makes him okay now.
If he
Al-
can, now he
although
has an untap and
he actually shouldn't have done that. He should have passed first, because that would have made Rappa pass his conflict.
agreed.
Because now he's got money, so
He can attack air. Yeah,
yeah.
all air.
And we see the apprentice engineer come down because of it. And does he have anything? Pyre and storehouse. Probably the pyre. Yep. That that was definitely a misplay on Azote's part, because now he's going to have to play the stand to defend.
Oh, wait. This is pretty good. The engineer also gives him 2 fate and the card with a pyre.
Yep. So that's going to. Okay, there's the honor gain for the yurt. That favorable ground is probably good enough just to stop the unopposed. But yeah, that was bad timing because now he gets an attack for free off of the gallant and the funeral pyre combo,
Yeah.
and he still has a two fate from the yurt. That stings.
It's very likely that he also has a fight and for defense too.
Mm-hmm. So water, that'll definitely straighten the pious guardian. City of the Rich Frog's probably the safest place to go. Uh, I imagine favorable ground is going to move in maybe the benefactor to stop the unopposed since he didn't go air. Yep.
Yeah.
So now if he's got a conflict character, he can actually. Although I don't know what good conflict character he has access to make a difference here. Although losing the watering here is not the worst thing in the world.
I guess like I do not agree with the watering choice. Probably
No, I
doesn't
mean
feel like
it's so it matters. That doesn't make any sense. The only thing it can take up command on is the ambusher, which isn't going to do anything.
yeah. So maybe it was a bit of an overkill.
Unless maybe there's an ornate fan,
Maybe yeah.
but that definitely feels weird. Although I guess if he does manage to stop the watering here, he's much more likely to get one more break out of here. Um, although taking the
I
watering,
think he maybe like he doesn't want to have to fight against the Pious Guardian for the break, so because of the Watch Commander. So that's why he's desperate for winning now.
yeah, okay. There's a captive that ties it. So, but he
He needs
still
another card though. That's
he
costing a lot in cards.
pays another honor for it too.
Yeah. At some point, maybe he's committing too heavily. Let's see.
Like, I
If it is
guess,
something like a curved blade that holds value for the next turn, then
okay,
it matters
that'll work.
less.
That works just fine.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
if he's got a stand, he can actually stand the ambusher and definitely get a break now, unless we see like a flooded waste or something, which would be kind of hilarious.
I love Cloud Waste.
It's so great.
It's the
It does absolutely nothing until it does everything. Although I will say Azote has played a bunch of fucking cards this turn
yeah.
and isn't that far behind because of the two card draw off the combo lock. So we've got the Take Up Command, Curve Blade, Ambusher,
It's two
Wayfinders,
cards of the combo lock, plus it is
plus
like
this, and
the spoil.
he pitched a captive to the spoil, so he's played 8 cards this turn, which feels pretty nuts. Wait, did I count that right? Yeah, he's played these 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, no, he's played 8 cards this turn. Okay, so he wins the watering, which is helpful, but now he needs to have a stand, which I guess a Tessin will do just fine. And we see that come down to the ambusher. So he's got to push for a break here and hope that there's not a fight on. And I think he has to go air. It goes for the pyre. Along the River of Gold. I haven't seen that card in forever.
It's
So
been some time for sure.
so he can swap
It's a weird,
stats
a
and
weird.
oh, go on.
Oh,
Fight on in. So Along the River of Gold is going to stop this break because he can just swap the ambusher to lose 2 force.
uh, yeah. He's stopping the win as well.
Yeah, which is like I don't think Azote can play any cards into this. So yeah, he's just going to pass and just let that happen.
I think the risk when you do not have Tetsuko there to,
Mm-hmm.
force the crab to do nothing is also way too big.
Yep.
Oh, I like this. He played the stronghold first because he wants to bait Azor into playing a card and then like
Yeah.
having him forget along the river. That is a really
Yeah.
nice
I mean,
detail.
it's basically a do nothing action, so it makes him
Yeah,
win.
like
And
give your opponent the window to misplay.
so an ambusher comes down to stop along the River of Gold. Azote's had a really good series of draws here. Unfortunately, he's still hemorrhaging honor. I think if Rappa can stop this win, uh, I think that might be game. Maybe.
I I think yeah maybe he should have played along the river in case of the second ambusher, but
Yeah, but I mean that's playing. I mean, I guess it is a fair point. Azote's seen almost half of his conflict deck, so him having 2 ambushers is not
this
unreasonable.
is really weird in my opinion. Like he played an ambusher into a watch commander to gain two
To
honor.
honor. Yeah.
So he played a card and he used the fate
Yep.
to gain one
To
honor.
to get back to where he was.
No, just one, like plus one, which is not
Yeah.
good enough.
No. Well, he's going to be back to where he was because the comp block's going to die.
Yeah,
Unless
like
unless we
I'm just
see
thinking the net gain of that action, you know.
it wasn't great.
Yeah, it feels like not very good,
We did see a reprieve
especially
come down on the Pious Guardian, so that little tower's going to stick around, and Rappa gains an honor off of it. So low bids now, right? Like Rappa,
Yeah, for sure.
Rappa's
The
going to be
crab is
one.
gonna be the one here for sure.
Yeah, and if Azote doesn't, then Azote can't play any cards.
Yeah.
And there is another combo lock hiding in the Unicorn provinces, so
I
uh,
can see something like a three bid and then like attacking air first with the Tetsuko, which is almost a guaranteed break.
yeah.
Uh,
Uh,
but yeah, we'll see.
Yasamura is really good. That's definitely a
The
good
samurai is
buy.
great.
Um, I would definitely buy the Yasa and the other combo lock benefactor.
Well, rule of thumb: if you play unicorn, you see a samurai, you buy a samurai. I play unicorn.
that's
Like
that's
that's the truth.
that's basically all they have access to. That Tetsuko.
Yeah, like the cards are completely nuts, but without them there is no clan. So
Yeah. So Yasa gets duped. Vanguard Warrior comes out. So Pious Guardian is definitely sticking around forever. Combo lock.
another combo block.
Yep.
Ouch.
And Azote
Now, by the
passes.
way, something that is not often talked about, the
Hmm.
card draw in combo block is also so good.
Oh no, it's amazing because that's
Like
basically
he
that
caught
right
up
there.
now, and now he can beat
Even
one.
yeah, that even the hands. So he was absolutely behind going into this, um, but now he's in a decent spot, and that Yasa means he can keep the Pious Guardian out of the conflict, so he can actually play cards. Uh, I am curious. I haven't seen Fight On in a while. Uh, Let me pull it up real quick. Does that? Do you know if that has to target a bowed person, or can that target an unbowed person and move them in?
It can only target a bout person.
Okay, so that means that the Pious Guardian is not likely to be able to move in. Decides to go Earth.
Have not yet seen a splash, right? So
Uh,
there's always a chance of a favorite mount,
this is true. Um,
even as it might be.
yeah, we haven't seen anything. Obviously, Line Splash over here, and we've seen probably the full set of cards. So we have for Greater Glories, makeshift war camps, and take up commands. That's probably the entirety of a splash. So some number of these cards. No, no defense pass.
Yeah, that is very wise. Uh,
Yeah, there's no point in defending.
I also got to mention that sometimes against unicorn, people play very sloppily. They overfocus on defending the first unicorn attack,
Hmm.
when they should just be taking an approach of how do I decrease the damage
Right.
dealt me this turn.
Like it
So, for
is.
example, here, like you cannot fight with the Chukon. It's
No.
rather that you suck it up and then move on to the second defense
Yeah.
and defend the second military.
Join the fray for Chagatai. Okay, so we are going to see an attempt at winning this turn. So there's another spoils. We're probably going to see another for Greater Glory. I have to imagine he's seen a second one. Ujik Tactics is a decent card. Not in this current board state, though.
Yeah,
Ambusher dies, and there's a for Greater Glory,
balls and for greater glory. That was so good for Azote.
and pitches a Way of the Crab.
Okay, that was dead. That's
Yeah, I
at
mean,
least that's good.
well, next turn it had value, maybe.
The problem is he needs to go. Like Rappa needs to win Void now.
Yeah,
Try to get rid of some of this board.
yeah. That Watch Commander is probably going to do a bunch of work for that. Is, I mean, he's got to go Void. That's actually, I think, more important than uh, getting a break. because Azote is has basically burned through all of his dynasty deck. So him decking out is entirely possible if he can drag the game out for an extra turn or two. Yeah, Oscar wins path. It it bought a Tetsuko turn one, and that Tetsuko has had two for Greater Glories played on it, so it's done some work. Oh, and it also had combo block benefactor discount as well. So Azote's had a real good showing so far.
Yeah. Like in the previous games of this invitational, it has not been shown so much, but this sort of style with Kanbulak and For Greater Glory in Unicorn is pretty damn scary.
Yeah, no, it's definitely doing a bunch of work here.
Yeah. The interesting thing with going support of the Lion is that you do not have the amazing Echoes on Kanbulak plays, which is why I'm really confused with that decision. But maybe he plays three For Greater Glories instead of two, so that's the reason.
Yeah, I
And take
mean,
up command.
so we've got we've seen one makeshift war camp and two for greater glories and one take up command. So far we've seen 13 influence worth of cards. Um, so there's probably one more makeshift war camp and maybe another two take up commands. No, yeah, no, that comes out to 18, so that might be it.
Yep.
So we see.
It's also
Uh,
really nice for Rappa now that Pious Guardian will get bowed, so he can fight on with it.
yep. That being said, we could see a political attack here.
We could see that. We could also see a censure.
Yeah, because Chagotay's no slouch on political, um, and the Pious Guardian is not super big on the political side of things. Uh, but it looks like we are seeing standard unicorn of walk forward military. So fight on is definitely, I say definitely. I can see that
I
happening.
Yeah, I think it will be the first and only card played in the conflict,
Probably, yeah.
and then we will see a poke with political Vanguard Warrior Void.
Ooh, Guardian Kami. That's kind of spicy.
That's super spicy.
So,
Oh, hold up, hold up. The Dishonor is really
yeah, that's actually like,
possible now.
I don't know if I would go for the quote unquote short term. Actually, no, you dishonor Chagatai here.
Yeah,
And then you go for a political poke on Void with the Vanguard Warrior and cause two dishonor loss.
yep. Plus, maybe he forces a card on the Chagatai here, and then uses the Phyton and the Stronghold.
Uh huh.
Can Yeah, so he can farm a card as well. That is really important.
So we see
But he
Curve
needs to
Blade
fight
come
on
down.
now.
Yes.
He didn't fight on, which is really weird.
Kami dishonors Chagatai. Uh, Fertile Fields draws a card. I think we he might not have a fight on.
Yeah, I think so. If he did, he would have played it already.
Yeah, because then that stops Azote from playing cards, especially given the
Yeah.
fact that a Guardian Kami just showed up.
Then maybe he should have drawn the card from Fertile Fields first, just in case he drew the Phyton first.
Yeah, okay, so Fine Katana, not
Ouch.
great. Um,
Yeah.
However, this Silent Skirmisher hasn't been triggered yet, so he's probably going to eat the other Silent Skirmisher and
Uh, yeah.
force some card play.
Well, as long as the Chagatai is tapped, then not much harm is done for Appa. Like if Azote doesn't break, then he's okay.
Yes, and so now he's got to play cards to break. Moto Youth comes in off the wind's path.
Um,
I mean, it's doing work.
well, he has +1 with the Zero Nishiyama, so he needs just one more force.
Yeah, or another character plus Shiro Nishiyama. Just to, get that much higher up. So misfiring is probably going to re-honor Chagatai now. Um,
Yeah, and then a political break. Ouch.
yep, as long as Fertile Fields actually breaks. Otherwise, I think Unicorn is going to run into a bit of a problem.
Yeah,
2,000 things. All right, another Guardian Kami.
the,
That's
I like the Guardian Kamis, dude. I love the card.
yeah, no, it's doing work. Like usually, you only see the Seeker Kami because that's I think a little bit better of a card since you get to pick what it does. Oh, he doesn't do anything though.
What? What?
That had to have been
He,
a misclick. He could have
he
boxed
forgot
to
the. Yeah, he forgot the stronghold for sure.
yeah,
Jesus, man.
because that might have
Are they
thrown the
gonna roll
game.
it back? No.
Nah, it doesn't look like it.
Oof.
Looks like Rappa saying he didn't count.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, that's definitely an uh-oh. Oh man, that's unfortunate.
That's
Like
super unlucky.
like I don't have any
Like,
any preference on who wins or loses here, but like when it comes down to an obvious misplay
yeah,
like that, it's
losing
just
to stuff like that is annoying.
yeah.
Like, it feels bad for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Even the winner is like, did I win this?
Yeah. Did I win this or did you lose it?
Yeah, or like, did I
Okay.
win because he brain farted? Kind of like
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Okay. So Rappa's going water,
Yeah.
which I mean I guess he kind of has to.
Ah,
Uh,
maybe yes.
I mean he's got to have
He will.
some.
He
He's got to
wants
have
to attack
something.
Void next turn.
Well, no, because Azote still has a political conflict here, and I'm willing to bet there's the third captive audience in hand, since we've seen two of them. So he needs to have that Pious Guardian uh, ready to at least stand in the way. Oh, we see a defend. Okay. About Chagatai is just as good here, I think.
Yeah.
So pass, pass. Is what stand can we see? Hunting Falcon? No, not Hunting Falcon. Steed of the Steppes can get a standoff here. Shadow Steed does it too. He wants to bleed that honor. All right. So he pulled the fate off of Yasumura, threw it on combo lock. So we don't know what the splash is for crap, Oscar. Deck lists are hidden, and we have not seen any splash cards come down. So blind deck lists make this kind of hard to theorize about what's going to happen. So
Azote.
what's
Another pretty amazing card, honestly.
right? I guess it is possible that Rappa is on Crab Splash and has three backhand compliments in hand and wins the game here.
Why did Azote do this though? Hold up.
Shadow Steed can only stand someone that has no fate.
No, I mean, how does he break now? Does he get anything
Um,
from this attack?
no, looks like he just gets the Void Ring.
What the hell?
Why?
He just threw
What?
what?
He he pulled a fate from his
He
own Chagatai. Yeah, this is turning into a series of what? What do?
what the fucking fuck?
Okay, that
Hey,
was
hey, come on, come on. You didn't let the other guy use the stronghold. This ouch. Can I
yeah.
ask? Look, I have so many questions. He
I
just spent
I
a
I,
fate.
I wouldn't. Like
Yeah, I don't know.
it's just
But like, even without removing the fate from your own Chagatai, like you just played the you spent the fate playing a Shadow Steed, and you lost an honor against the Watch Commander deck
yep.
for no reason. Win a ring that didn't do anything.
I mean, I guess you technically scouted the
Man,
province,
come
so
on.
that's super expensive scouting. But that's like the only thing I can think of that made this worth it. And unfortunately, my Spanish is not great, so I have no idea what they're saying.
Yeah, no clue, but like I'm really damn confused by what we saw.
Yeah, like I would have absolutely saved that Shadow Steed for this turn, so you can defend with
He
Chagatai.
gets it back anyway
Oh,
because
it is
Shadow
ancestral.
Seed
That's right.
dissolves Ancestral.
All right, so
Yeah, it's
there
completely
is the Way of the
bankers.
Crab, which
Why?
is some value, I guess.
No, it's not. Why did you wave the crab there?
Uh, because there
You
was
wave
some
the crab
value there.
someone who had Fine Katan and Watch Commander. That cannot be correct.
Uh, I mean, you're not wrong, but wow, that is an interesting flip. We have three Utaku infantry.
I
Yeah,
think
but
that's that, boys.
yeah, because those infantry are going to get bought. It super doesn't matter what ring Rappa goes in on, and then Azote just walks forward with all the military force off of the Utaku infantry. Yeah, I think that is absolutely game.
Yeah.
Especially if that
When
that's
the
a bad flip off for Rappa as well.
yeah plus triple Utaku infantry is extremely scary.
Azote needs to put a fate on the next Utaku infantry
Why?
because now he can't play Shadow Steed if Rappa goes water.
I You are very correct, but I
I
don't
don't know
think
how
you
much it
mind this way.
matters, but
Like
like
every one of those infantries is at least a 4/4,
yes, yeah,
possibly more with.
Utaku. I like Oscar's quote: "Utaku infantry are easily startled, but they'll be back and in greater numbers."
Yeah.
Thumbs up from Star Wars reference. We see a 1 to 5 bid. Uh, I don't think he had a neighbor choice but to do that, but that's not a good thing because now Dishonor is basically off the table. What a weird game. Like, we haven't seen any
Like
cab reserves yet. We've
we
seen,
will see one pretty soon, I think.
just to rub some salt in that wound, I guess. Yep, we'll see political water. That's definitely going to bow the Chagatai. Uh, and that's also going to be a super tasty cab reserves. Actually, uh, yeah, Kaze regulars. Oh wow, that is a big old defense.
Why? You can just attack. I'm getting more confused by the minute, dude.
I know, right? Like, so you can lose an honor like that. That character does nothing. That was like the best outcome that could have happened.
Why didn't Rappa also put the
Oh, I guess Oscar's saying Azote could have a Tessin and two take up commands in hand, so that matters exactly zero. But at the same
yeah,
time, I
yeah.
think that defense still mattered exactly zero. No Tessins,
Um,
so I mean, I guess he just
favorable ground would have done.
yeah, but still, like
Even if he just hadn't like,
that Vanguard
I
is not
think
going
if
to do
he didn't
enough.
use the way of the crab, then he might have had the one round
He would have had to deal with Tetsuga. I mean, he had the Fate, so yeah, there were there were
pass
a
into the Forbidden City and the
yeah that'll kill the Curve Blade. Shinjo Ambusher. Why did he not? Oh, because man, there's been some bad sequencing this
oh
game. There's been some bad sequencing. I think
yeah, it's rough.
his first action should have absolutely been into the Forbidden City.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
bad. I think.
Fan of Command. That's cute. So we finally know Line Splash. I don't think we'll ever know what the rest of it is though.
Probably three for greater glories, like and two pick up commands. Maybe. Oh wait, that's Rappa. We saw his plus, guys.
Yeah, we finally saw a splash. Okay, Azote making sure he wins this. Ujik Tactics. Uh, that Bonsai could actually.
We both know we are seeing the
I mean, he's got to do something. He's not breaking anymore.
yeah.
I will laugh if Rappa manages to hold this off. Uh, this action's taking a little while. Maybe there's not an answer in Azote's hand. Because Ujik Tactics is only worth one force here. Uh,
Yeah.
the
If
favor's
he
awkwardly set to political instead of
pass
military. He passes. Rappa holds it off.
a triple Utaku infantry defense didn't pay off in the end.
Nope. Should have maybe just defended with two of them.
He had Ujic tactics. He had plus three there.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Left on
so, yeah, you absolutely take that pass. Uh, yeah, he's going to hit with exactly 8 Paul with a favor somehow. I don't see that happening. Um, Azote now actually is in a little bit of a sticky spot. We do see HMT trigger. Spoils gets played. Discards Heroic Resolve. What world is this? So, uh, if there's no conflict character, that's unfortunate.
How do we know?
Well, because he would have played
Oh,
it. Because if he had the conflict character, he so
that's
Tessin's
not enough.
now because that fucking Vanguard Warrior
Like
has a
fan of
fan of
command.
command. Wow.
The Vanguard warrior that could.
Uh huh. And then he's gonna valiantly sacrifice himself so the Mantis Tenkinja can stick around.
Can the crab bring this back?
I legit think if Unicorn doesn't win this turn, Crab wins because Unicorn's at
Uh,
7 honor
yeah, that's
and
a lot of honor still. But
and
five cards in the
and
dynasty.
there's 5 cards in the Dynasty and the board wipes, so Unicorn can't buy anything.
Well, there is still one season of war probably in Rappa's deck with just two. I'll I guess he plays three, and there's also the chance for that as well.
Yeah, so like I legit think if oh there we go, there's Cav reserves. Uh, Upside, still not breaking.
Who wait played cavalry reserves now?
Yeah,
Why not before?
I don't know. Maybe he drew it off the Earth Ring. There's the Ujic
I
Tactics,
guess.
which is for two. Okay, so this should be it.
No,
Unless
no, no. Wait.
Rappa can get
Into the
to
Forbidden is
that.
one,
That
and
never got used.
Yama is two.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
and he also has Yamas.
I guess
He's
I
alive.
I guess that's the biggest brain thing we've seen is like, wow, he should have
So
been sitting first. And no, clearly he
wait,
shouldn't
he
have.
either he either had two Jig tactics in hand,
Or the Cav reserves.
Taku infantry, or the Cav reserves. I'm really
No, he
confused.
played
I
spoils.
didn't.
He played spoils, so it's possible he had the one Ujic Tactics before.
He played Spoils as well. Oh
Yes,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
and there's
Bad
the
there.
fight on. So
Why? You can just use Spoils.
well, because now he can use the stronghold and make it that much harder to break. It's a +2 this way instead of um, just a +1. And Azote passes. He doesn't have to do anything.
This is really just a detail for all the boys in the chat. Since Azote has zero fate, the only buffs he can have in hand are Banzai, Curved Blade, Uchic Tactics, or Katana. So that fight on was completely useless. Made him win by two, but that was irrelevant. Like if gave him two strength, but that's irrelevant because if Azote has
Yeah.
no
So at
matter
the
whichever of those cards, he'll win.
so Azote wins here because he's going to go political air, ping him for 2, and then the Vanguard Warrior dies.
Yeah.
So the correct line, knowing that a Border Rider was on the table, was to box to stop the break and save the fight on for Mantis Tinkinja in this fight.
Yeah. And
What
that
a
is also
bizarre game.
something really bizarre.
Sorry, you were saying?
No, like that is a pretty common, like using cards, uh, overkilling when you could know at the buffs.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was. There were a lot of things have gone differently this game.
Yeah.
All really interesting. A unicorn finally gets his win in this tournament.
Yes.
About time.
Yep.
Yeah. More games coming up tomorrow.
Yes, we've got what, 2 on the schedule
Yeah,
so
two.
far. We have Kiki versus Kaiku and Via Briga versus 3D Cube, and those are at time zones are hard for me. For
Yeah, we'll try to get.
UTC at 4 o'clock and 7 o'clock. Is that right? Yes, I think that is. Maybe. I don't know. I'm bad at time zones. Don't listen to me.
Just Google it.
Yeah, just Google it. Or, pay attention to the pings in the LCG media. And we'll just announce it that way, I guess. Yeah, that was definitely an interesting game. Um, I I'm very much enjoying seeing more support of cards in the game. I think those have been very underrepresented, mostly because I don't think they do enough. But it's always nice to see them show up.
There are a couple of key cards that support locks you out of. Like
Yes.
if you just want a lot of influence, you can go cheaper and most decks will benefit from honor.
Hmm.
Unicorn is one of the few that doesn't, but you want to play either contested countryside or keepers as card.
Yep.
Plus Talisman of the Sun, of course. So like it's I think support is pretty good, but like the existing you're on are kind of lame. Or
See, I think for the supports to be like a viable choice, they need to give like 10 influence instead of just 8. And
yeah,
because then you can start really like you can pull enough from the support of clan to completely change how your deck plays. Um, but that's my personal opinion and rambly thoughts. Um,
no, like they are unplayable as it is. So maybe they should be nice to see them buffed a bit, but getting like seven rolls into the Rata, I can't really happen.
yeah, we'll see what comes for the game. I guess yeah. Thank you guys for joining us. That was kind of a wild and wacky game. I dug it. Um,
Thank you guys.
and we'll catch you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.